a big event, a big political event that Kamala Harris went to in Europe with European leaders so that he could be at that Los Angeles event to raise...
Hi guys, welcome back to Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 1. Let's see. Oops. Wrong button. Let's see. Load game.
So we'll see. Howie, thank you. As always, we're happy to see you on screen. We don't need George Clooney. We're good. Thank you, Howie. All right, so we are excited. We've got a lot coming up here, folks, this summer. And we start with the story live from Milwaukee for the Republican National Convention. We'll start with a regular show on Sunday at 3 o'clock Eastern. Almost all the shows are going to be out there, so it's going to be very busy. TV ready for Sunday. We've got a full day of programming. It's all set for the big convention, and I'm looking forward to seeing you there. And the White House is correcting the record after saying the neurologist who visited was not there to care for President Biden. Remember all of that about all the technical news because so many other people see neurologists at the White House? So now they are fixing up on that. Republican congressman and former Trump White House physician, he understands this role very well. Ronnie Jackson is next.
My turn.
I'd like to take a moment to address my fellow members, because I know so many of you have served our country honorably. One of the benefits that we as a country give you as a veteran is the eligibility for a VA loan for up to 100% of your home's value. If you need cash for your family, call New Day USA. With automatic authority through the VA, we could say yes, when banks say no. Give us a call. Call 1-844-282-1541.
Here's why you should switch from Google to DuckDuckGo on all your devices. DuckDuckGo comes with a built-in search engine like Google, but it's private and doesn't spy on your searches. And DuckDuckGo lets you browse and browse when it blocks cookies and creepy ads that follow you around from Google and other companies. And there's no catch. It's free. We make money from ads because they don't follow you around. Join the millions of people taking back their rights by downloading DuckDuckGo on all your devices today.
No, not
Hi,
monsters.
I'm Dr. Weir, chiropractic physician. I love to look at new things and new ways to help my patients in their pursuit for wellness. And one of the biggest things is nutrition. Nutrition is such an important part. Early on in my practice, I was introduced to Balance Nature.
Oh,
What an amazing product. We know nature's pretty good
glad
at
to see you're all
balancing
right.
us the nutrition
Though
we need
it
to our
looks like
fruits
there
and
was nothing
vegetables.
to worry about
So
in
Balance
the first
Nature,
place.
they take in fruits and
small
vegetables,
and
they freeze dry it,
Something can't lay a finger on me.
put these into a capsule. You take your fruit capsules and your vegetable capsules every day, and then your body knows what to do.
Oh yeah.
I love it. I love what it has done for me, and I know
You're
what it has
just
done
over
for
halfway
patients.
through.
It is the best product
Later.
that I've ever come across.
Splash into your summer with Balance of Nature summer savings. Get 50%
I'll be
off
fine.
the first
I'm
set
used to
as a
this.
preferred customer
See you
with
at the
free
end.
shipping and our money back guarantee. While supplies last, claim this offer by using discount code FOXNEWS.
What just happened?
One way to avoid expensive
You
car
said I
repair
wasn't thinking
bills
about being quick on the
is the
street.
erase remover.
I guess we really don't need
The
to worry
other
about it.
is endurance.
Yeah,
You
now I'm
can
more
never
convinced
pay
than
for
ever
covered
that she
car
knows
repairs
exactly what
again.
she's doing.
In my first year with Endurance, they covered $14,000.
As a certified mechanic, I always recommend that my customers have an auto protection plan. You never know when a breakdown can strike and you need coverage that you can count on. Without Endurance, breakdowns can cost thousands. With Endurance, you're covered. Even better, you pick the mechanic you trust.
Endurance covers nearly every car on the road, up to 20 years old. They cover a ton on the car.
So, who's going to pay for your next car repair? You or Endurance?
Enemies ahead. Have to fight.
My turn. Plus a full year of elite benefits, a $2,000 value for free, and a 30-day money-back guarantee. Call 1-855-777-9651 now for a free quote.
Applications first, we have you a private jet experience from one place back.
It's my turn.
You gotta see this. Like in your insurance, search for over 5,000 ways. Pay, and you're on your way. Nothing better than a personalized meal.
Leave it to me.
A great vacation always starts with your planning experience. Oh, we're confident you plan.
At Biz2 Credit, we know you need to fund your business on time. Business is good. Could be time to expand. Claim the pieces of paper. The bills are piling up. Might be extra cash to get ahead.
Time for this.
Right.
Our fast and convenient online process makes it
That takes
easy
care of
to
them.
get the funding you need. When it's time to take your business to new heights, Biz2 Credit makes it possible.
I did
Go
it.
to biz2credit.com/time. Call 800-200-2891. Biz2 Credit. Funding what's
Nice.
next.
Some new developments around that January 17th meeting at the White House with President Biden's doctor and neurologist having Kennard. One day after the White House said that the meeting did not involve President Biden.
Now's our chance. We can do this.
My turn.
But later, Green Jean-Pierre told the Associated Press, quote, because the date was not mentioned in the question, I want to be clear that the January 17th meeting was for the president to withhold the fact to bring in Republican Congressman from Texas, Randy Jackson, who served as White House position under Obama, under Presidents Obama and Trump. Congressman, good to have you with us today. How significant is that correction there on that January 17th physical and who attended?
Okay, because you're the timeline, so we feel like already we're checking in with the administration.
It's my turn.
They come out and they either actively lie to you or they try to spin the facts and make you believe something that's not true. I think that the press secretary has been doing that for a long time now. I think that if you're focused at this particular point with all the concerns surrounding President Biden's health, that she's trying to reach the press and reach the American people.
Is everybody okay?
Not be going around with the president. This is Dr. Kevin O'Connor's job.
All right.
He needs to be up there in the podium, and he needs to be the one briefing the American people. You see that she brings John Kirby in with the national security-related issues. These medical issues should fall upon Dr. O'Connor. He should be the one explaining them. He should come out with the objective data. Bring those notes. Bring the information that was generated during that visit to the podium and show the American people that there's nothing wrong with the president, that he doesn't have a cognitive issue.
You hear that? Someone's fighting up ahead. Come on.
You will actively have to lie about what's going on. That's what
Take for me.
How difficult is that position to be in, having done it for two presidents? Because obviously you build a relationship with the president who you work for. I mean, how hard is it to be forthright if you know that there is something wrong? And you know, one of the questions I had for you was interviewing someone else yesterday. What about that secret
really something.
Judging by that display, I don't think he needs any help from us. I take it that's another school of imperial swordsmanship? Right. That's court fencing.
You know, it's a difficult position to be in, quite honestly. You do develop a line.
Judging by his poise, he's no amateur.
You know, you're there, you're taking care of the President of the United States, but you're also responsible to some extent for the office of the President. And the way you do that is you build those relationships, not just with the President, but with those that surround him, those that have his ear, those that are key. His, you know, the First Lady, the Chief of Staff, the other members of the family.
Did you need something?
The cabinet that the President trusts.
Sorry,
You have to build those
I was
relationships
just
too,
admiring
so
your
when these tough
swordsmanship.
conversations come up about we need to be forthcoming with this information, we need to let
I'm
with the
Green
American people.
Schwarzer.
We have a
I didn't get the
responsibility
chance
to
to
do this.
introduce
So
myself
it's
earlier.
really hard to have a
I'm
conversation
Elliot
that
Craig.
don't need to
Guys,
be
Schwarzer.
running again, that we
Nice
need
to meet
step
you.
down
I
and
believe
let
I
somebody else
have
do it.
already introduced
That's where
myself,
you
but
really,
once again,
you know,
I'm Eustace
that's where
Alborea.
your relationship is key, and you have to be able to do that. So it's difficult to do, but this person has a responsibility in both ways. And I'll tell you, I was on active duty there.
And I have to say, I didn't think you had it in you. I'm impressed.
As was my predecessor, Dr.
What are you talking about? After all that bluster about finding your way to the exit alone, I wasn't expecting you to actually rely on others for help. I assume you came to your senses shortly after you stormed off, and then wandered back to apologize like a good
Anything that needs to
boy.
be said or done to cover up anything that needs to be covered up. I truly believe that, and I think that there's key people that have been responsible for this. He and Joe Biden.
Truly, the virtue of the common man. Being a noble such as myself,
This guy's funny.
I'm far too proud to do such a thing.
What the hell is your problem?
We are all the same. So full of yourselves, it's a wonder you don't pop. You're not just a guardian variety, noble either. House Alborea is one of the highest ranking in the country. But you just love looking down on us less fortunate souls, don't you?
Well,
You're
it's not
one
Parkinson's.
I don't need a
It's something
lecturing
very
rank
similar
from the
to
son of the
Parkinson's
imperial
disease, right?
governor.
And I think it is very specific to say it's not Parkinson's disease,
what?
and it's not stroke. We know it's not stroke.
I thought the name
But,
reference
it is
sounded
something
familiar.
similar to Parkinson's. There's a lot of
Carl
diseases out there that are,
the first commoner ever to hold the seat of imperial governor in Heimdall.
that are very similar to
The
Parkinson's.
first to
disease.
rule
I
the
think that's what
capital.
they're doing. They're playing games with the words.
Headstrong young
There
lad
is
just so
something
happens to be a
about
chip off that old block.
That's why I need to stand
Pretty
up.
rarefied
And you need to ask
air
people
for
to
a simple
medical
commoner,
guys.
don't you think?
Asking them the
What does
question,
that have to
elaborate
do with
on it.
anything? Yes, my father is
Okay.
an imperial governor, but he earned that position through years of hard, honest work.
So here is a face that we may be seeing private around on the campaign trail. 18-year-old Baron Trump,
Don't you
former
go bumping
president,
him in with
introducing his youngest
nepotism.
son, a
You
bit of
get your titles handed to you
for him
just for
yesterday
being
at
born.
the big rally last night in Florida.
He's a very special guy.
Perish the thought.
Baron Trump.
No,
The first time
I
he's
mainly
ever-
disregard your father
So,
as a
Baron, it's good to
reformist
have you.
and a
Welcome
close friend of
to
the
see you,
chancellor
Baron.
at that.
He had such a nice, easy life. Now it's a little bit changed. Anyway, a special guy, right?
And as you're vividly aware,
Joining the rest of the
his
family
faction
at
is in
that
conflict with
event,
the
we'll
noble
see how much we
faction,
see Baron
led by
Trump's
none
son
other than
before
the
it ends
third
up.
rate. When you look at it that way, your vitriolic disdain for the nobility suddenly seems
Where
rather...
he goes on, I would have a new episode of the Untold Story Democrat governor
What did you say?
Fox News contributor Robert Wool sheds some insight into what's going on inside his party in this political saga that is playing out around President Biden. He gives us some interesting
I think he
background
went a little too far, Lucis. Being at odds with Montes is one thing, but dragging his father into it is pretty low.
with regard
You're
to
better than that.
this battle for the White House. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Great to have you with us today. Let's be
Perhaps
back
I was a bit out of
three.
line.
Your role starts right now.
It may be for the best if I leave the four of you to find your way out of here together, while I make my way toward the exit alone. Unimpeded.
What's on top of the Battle of the White
I can
House?
see I've still got a lot to learn about the particulars of the social struggle.
Yeah, I'm sad to say these kinds of disputes are pretty indicative of how they
A
are
massive crowd in Florida, why he is the only one for the job.
How are you
First,
feeling,
to the
Marcus?
president.
You calmed down now?
Today is next task after tonight's NATO dinner. We need to see
Yes,
itself
and I wanted to say I'm sorry.
tomorrow. But will anything matter as the
Shouldn't have
Trump
gotten so
Democrats
riled up
fully
over
ready to
such a
sit
obvious
down
taunt.
his support? And now
I'll
he
use your
hundreds
tool
in
maybe a
support of George
little too
Clooney is
easily.
telling him to get.
But is it true what he said?
Welcome everybody, I'm Neil
Dad is the
Cavillo. This is
imperial
your
governor?
world. The pylon
true.
is on. It's alive and
It's
well.
not that I was
That's what
trying
the
to
BBC at the White House.
I just don't like going around telling everyone.
Camille, when we asked the Biden campaign about this Clooney
Just so we're
letter,
clear,
they
that
pointed
doesn't
us
change
to a
your
letter
mind.
that President Biden
Right
sent
down to it,
on
I'm
Monday.
coming.
He is not
At the
going to
time.
drop out.
My father's salary is nothing to boast about.
The
He
case
doesn't
that
have any of the
George
perks
Clooney
nobody's
is
wanting
making in
to.
this New York Times op-ed is based on
I know,
part of this video from a
Don't worry.
fundraiser that Clooney
Governor
hosted for
Regnitz is
Barack
pretty
Obama
well known for being
President
fluid
Biden
as a
off the
whistle.
stage. This is the video.
I've
White
heard
House
of him,
told us
but I
was
can't say I
without
really know
context,
anything
cheap,
about
fake, without Clooney
Well,
rights.
that's enough about
It's
my father now.
devastating to say, but the Joe Biden I was with 3.5 weeks
need to
ago
get moving.
fundraiser
We've
was
wasted far
not
too much
the
time
Joe
as it
Big
is.
Effing
He's
Joe
right.
Biden of
We gotta
2010.
move on.
He wasn't even the Joe Biden of 2020. He was the same man we all witnessed at the debate. Clooney's preferred replacements are listed in this op-ed as follows. He says, let's hear from Wes Moore and Kamala Harris and Gretchen Whitmer and Gavin Newsom and Andy Beshear and J.B. Pritzker and others. Now, despite Clooney's claim that the president is slipping beyond just the one bad night at the debate, the president's family is trying to help steer the ship here at the White House, with White House policy meetings now attended by both the First Lady and the First Son.
But the First Lady's in these meetings, could she make the decisions or is she just advising the president?
No, the president is the president of the United States. He makes decisions.
Can you say Dr. Biden has access to classified information?
At the moment, Vice President Harris states the benefit the most
Hey, Mr. Gizmo, good boy.
last night in Battleground, Nevada. She alluded to the president's problems.
And a reminder,
President Biden is at a convention center with NATO leaders right now. He will be back here shortly to host the NATO leaders. There's a lot of pomp and circumstance. Basically, the exact opposite of what is happening with this campaign right now.
Yeah, it's just incredible, Peter. Thank you very much for that, Peter Ducey. Down there at the issue of Nancy Pelosi, she seemed to be standing right behind it with the president to battle on, but now signaling that maybe he should be re-examining that decision.
to stay in the race. I should ask you before after the election.
Hey, Neil, it's not just Nancy Pelosi. I want to tell you about what's happening with the top Democrat in the House leader, Democrat leader, Hakeem Jeffries, really with a different kind of messaging out today, a little stronger in his wording about what the heck is going on in his Democratic caucus. He told our Fox producer, Tony Barris, that Democrats will keep talking about President Biden through this week, today, tomorrow. And then when he was asked if he's going to share any of it with the president, he got pushed back on that deal. He said that Congress is a separate and equal branch to the executive branch, and that they have a right to talk about President Biden and what's concerning their constituents out there and what the best path forward is. Again, Hakeem Jeffries has previously come out, even just this morning, saying that he is with Joe Biden, but this was a little bit different than what he's normally been saying. We're hearing a lot of different things here on the Hill. Mostly, though, people are really dodging our questions. But the dam is weakening, Neil. Today, Congressman Pat Ryan, a frontline Democrat from New York, became the 8th lawmaker to publicly call on the president to drop out. And he wrote on X, Joe Biden is a patriot, but is no longer the best candidate to defeat Trump. Now, this morning, the Hill's most recognizable Democrat sent Washington into a frenzy when she did not outright endorse the president. She said that she wants him to make a decision when, he's already made his decision. Listen.
I want him to do whatever he decides to do. And that's the way it is. Whatever he decides, we go, let's just hold off. Whatever you're thinking, either tell somebody privately, but you don't have to put that out on the table until we see how we go this week.
Well, Congressman Richie Torres did not listen to her advice, saying just a short while ago, there must be a serious reckoning with the down-ballot effect of whomever we nominate. Now, Team Biden is clearly watching all of this and apparently taking things so seriously now that there are coming to talk to Senate Democrats tomorrow. They will meet with Senate Democrats during lunch, and you'll see senior Biden advisors Mike Donilon and Steve Buscemi and Biden campaign chair Jen O'Malley Dillon will all be there, presumably to try to prevent this dam from breaking. Neil?
Just incredible. Thank you very much for that. I asked you following all of that. So, let's hit up, a flooding of big names. No, not necessarily. We've got 8 Democratic congressmen who feel that yes, it is time for the president to just skip this race and pack it in. But then there is the George Clooney thing, and then there is this Senator Mike Bennett, of course, who has been warning that as things stand down, the president simply can't be Donald Trump and find those in line for the rest. And then, aside from George Clooney, and we have President Ryan agreed with him, and Stephen Colbert, Jon Stewart, friends of the president, people saying that now it's time for the president to step down.
Excellent.
Well, I'm amused that the actor class has left the station here. I never knew politics to be guided by an actor as great, and I love George Clooney, and I know just how a convention was sort of my fault people. I can see that you've got a lot of experience and all that, but you have to be very careful if you're going to take a captain out of the ship, because there's a, if you change the captain of the Titanic, it doesn't matter. Right? What you got to do is right the ship. And the reason people are frustrated with Biden is that polls are coming back. And those polls are bad. Leave it to me. The Republicans going to have a week. So you're messaging to the public so the polls are even going to get worse. So Biden said what he said. He's not going anywhere. His administration is putting out a full-court press. And the question is the party going to keep letting this kind of deteriorate, or are they going to pull together behind it? I don't think they have much trouble.
You also see with the George Clooney thing seem to be a settled moment. You see Michael Douglas, I think, in the View, kind of saying some of the things that he's disappointed that they have to have a good, strong candidate, or Ryan agreement. So you don't get to Hollywood policy that has been going. Leave it to me. Himself, the fundraiser for the president just a few weeks ago. This one debate, made all that go away. Did they not know, especially in Clooney's case, a frequent visitor, or at least to the White House? I mean, how would that one 90-minute debate change everything he was saying about the president?
look, I think a lot of people really are questioning whether or not Biden is up to doing the job of president, or even if he's up to doing the job today, will he realistically be up to doing that job 4 years from now? 74% in my most recent poll say they think that Biden is too old for another term. So this is not a view. It's just how did this become so prevalent and so prominent right now? The debate triggered it. I always said it was a mistake to hold the debate before the nomination was secure, and as a result, they're facing a hurricane coming from a bad debate performance.
I think it's a call for the writer. You pick up on others. We don't want to be getting to pick up and follow up the comments of the room. The president needs to step aside and set a good record. But you talk about all of that, whether you agree or disagree with the good record thing that's done. This is idea of an open convention battling it out. Some are talking about a speed primary and speed dating. That would go. But time is a wasting here. So the only logical way to do it, if the president opted to step down on his own or was convinced to do so, then that could be sort of a lateral move to the vice president, Kamala Harris, because she could get all that money. It was raised because they're harder to tickle. But expanding it, opening up to the convention and debating it out, that's a whole other attitude.
That's where I am, I don't think it's realistic to say let's have an open convention and see where the chips fall. I think that the vice president is the normal next person in line, both in the ticket and in our constitutional order, and in the Democratic Party. We're a party nominating vice presidents, right? Look at Mondale, we're Humphrey, Al Gore, and Joe Biden himself. That is the tradition in this party, that is the job of training. So I don't think that we should take the step of taking president out and then not naming the vice president. That would be breaking all sorts of conventions. And who knows what would happen and how many people would be unhappy within the party. It's not going to bring the party together to hold a fractious convention. Again, with all due respect to George Clooney, I don't think he's got a lot of experience on these matters.
I go where the wind takes me.
Very fascinating letter today. I'm going to go right out my door. The fact of the matter is, when you're losing that Hollywood crowd at the start of it, maybe that is what gets some of these changes here. But it is a remarkable turn of events. Mark, as are you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, if you're not you're probably watching all this and just saying, keep arguing, guys, keep arguing. How his campaign is dealing with this, and last night might have provided the first thing.
There! Leave it to me.
Progressive makes it easy to save with quick commercial audible online. So you can go back to your monster to-do list.
Really?
Get a quote at progressivecommercial.com.
I'm Marcus Lamont. Our team at Overstock.com is working hard to deliver the goods on the top brands, home goods, clothing, outdoor, collectibles, jewelry, and so much more. When we find great deals, they go from the warehouse to your house. We even made this ad with AI to save you money.
Every day, more top people and more pets are deciding it's time for a fresh approach to pet food. They're quitting the kibble and kicking the cats
Leave it to me.
and feeding their dogs. Dog food is actually,
It's my turn.
so don't leave the pets. Made from real meat and veggies.
That takes care of them.
For your dog and delivered right to your door. It's smarter, healthier. Pet food is 50% off your first box at farmersdog.com/realfood.
Switch to Shopify so you build it better, scale it faster, and sell more. Much more. Take your business to the next stage when you switch to Shopify.
Parents, show your kids how President Trump can win back the White House with the free Kids Guide to President Trump and the Kids Guide to the Presidential Election. Plus, free benefits for 1776 Kids Club, too. Order now at freetrumpguide.com. That's freetrumpguide.com.
It's been a lot. Let's do this.
Everything, military.
Well, that's another thing. One of this for years. I'm expecting it.
Not anymore. Mr. Dubin's been taking the lead back there.
Release Hunter!
Stay away from the Relief Factor, a natural supplement that takes a different approach to pain relief. It doesn't mask pain. It builds up your body's response to inflammation so pain won't get in. Call or go online today. Live your best life without pain. It's a jump better than exclusive. The Pennsylvania Senator goes head-to-head with Jesse. Why is he steadfast in his support for President Biden? Find out in a must-see interview tonight.
Hey, are we...
Looks like we are. That definitely seems to be the exit.
I can see the sunlight streaming in, so I'm guessing we're finally clear.
I knew they called this an orienteering exercise. Not certain what I was expecting from an academy founded by Emperor Dragos. I can tell you this doesn't work.
You can say that again. What was all that business about Class 7 anyway?
Good question. We've got people here from different backgrounds, classes, even cultures. Is there some sort of secret agenda with this whole Class 7 thing that you just don't know yet?
What was that?
I got a chance to look at this column that Joe Footy wrote in the New York Times today. It's a remarkable letter here out of the New York Times that quickly did take the time to write it. Pages. Co-writes to the end of this. This is going to be an exciting time for democracy, as we've just seen with the 200 or so French candidates who stepped aside, put their personal ambitions on hold to save their democracy from the far right. So Biden is a hero, he goes on to write, to save democracy in 2020. We needed to do it again in 2024. This is the same actor and entertainer who was hosting a big fundraiser for the president not more than 3.5 weeks ago. That was then. But the debate really did change everything. So it gets back to the push to get Joe Biden to step down.
No choice.
Some know the Republicans would relish that. It was right now. They are swamping Joe Biden. It's polls that have come out. Some are going to be very reliable. But not the fact of the matter is for Donald Trump. This is something that vastly improved in political positioning here. So Mark Meredith has been following the former president when he makes it happen. This push now to get Joe to go. What are you hearing?
You're right. The president has leaning quite a bit about his developments, not only within the Democratic Party, but also about his potential VP pick, which could be one of the most consequential moments of this race. A decision is expected to either leak or be announced within days. And last night's rally down in Round 4 that Trump spent a considerable amount of time talking about Senator Marco Rubio. But today on Fox Radio, Trump also made it clear Rubio could be a tougher choice given the Trump amendment that's for the state electorate who were the both men since they live in the same state.
With Marco Rubio in Florida, would that stop you from picking?
Nothing just make it more complicated. You know, you do that and it makes it more complicated. There are people that don't have that complication.
Two other politicians who want to the attention for the governor of Georgia, Ohio Senator Jay Vance. Trump has spoken favorably about both men, and Trump's going to be in Pennsylvania on Saturday for a rally. He could drop even more hints about his pick. Today, Fox News Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, a former Trump opponent, will have a speaking role at next week's convention. We don't know what night he's going to speak or if he'll appear at all in person with Trump, so stay tuned for that. After
Let's do this.
she is not going to next week's convention. Trump said today he's got some bad public after she's been in the race for 7 months. Haley has already urged her delegates to back Trump, and today Trump was asked if Haley should go to the convention after all. And Trump said he would look into it. Didn't rule it out one or the other, but it's interesting with DeSantis going there, maybe we'll see.
It's my turn.
So is he in control over who can go to the convention and he exercise that with Nikki Haley? No.
I would imagine that it's not necessarily being decided on by just him. Of course, there's the staff level, the consultation with the campaign, and the RNC.
But it's interesting again that we were just hearing yesterday that DeSantis is not going to speak, and then today that's the case. So, as we've learned in the last 8 years, things could change very quickly.
Yeah. Or, but there's no Italian death is how that executive, but it does happen. All right, we'll see how that sorts out, Mark Meredith. We're mentioning the Republicans here, but mentioning Joe Biden. The president right now is teaming up at the AFL-CIO today. The head of the Teamsters, Sean O'Brien, is going to be speaking at the National Convention next week and joining us exclusively on Monday here on your very unusual for a top union leader to speak to a gathering of Republicans. It's a sign that he is ready, that he is Sean O'Brien and the Teamsters to pick a side. It's been a long time since they've done that.
Leave it to me.
We'll explore that with him on Monday. In the meantime, Noah Lindborg, your fundraiser extraordinaire, these fast-moving developments here. Maybe, reproachment, certainly with the DeSantis folks for Donald Trump, flying up here to speak at the convention. Nikki Haley for the time being not, but what do you think of that with the
Here we go.
I think, there still could be a little, remnants of that one, campaign with Ron DeSantis and Trump. So there could be a little remnant. You got to remember that, our campaign, our fights for teams, it's one team against the other. So there could be a little bit of leftover dust up, but nothing that they all keep together, because at the very end, it's really funny, Neil, is it looks like the Republicans are all kind of coming together. When you've got Nikki Haley releasing her delegates and basically saying, and you've got the Democrats, which are always known for unifying and getting with their party and really coming together. That's one space where they really shine. You've got a flip situation where you've got the Democrats in total chaos at the very end, and you've got the Republicans rallying around Trump, and you've got to, taking back the Republicans. They've got a lot of anti-Trumpers there, and they're all rallying behind Trump. So it's kind of funny, the Republican Party is now uniting.
And we would have thought that at the beginning of the year, and obviously there's so many candidates in the race on the Republican side that everyone is united by Donald Trump, and those that might not feel the same way are going to the convention, I guess. But what's remarkable is how much the Republicans have stuck with Donald Trump, increasingly more so now. And the first sign of trouble for Joe Biden, and a lot of Democrats are saying, all right, we are make it.
Well, I think that what's happening is you cannot act like this is not going on anymore. And I think that you've got another problem, another layer, and you've got the donors. And the donors, that's what keeps campaigns and super PACs operating. Without the support of your donors, you cannot fund the advertising that you need. You cannot get out the vote. There are a lot of things that you cannot do, and you cannot pay campaign staff. And to my knowledge, campaign staffers do not work for free. So there are a lot of ramifications, and that's one of the ways to squeeze out Joe Biden is by cutting off the spigot of funds. This is very unusual in all, any campaign or political situation that I've worked in for years. I have never seen anything like this.
I don't know whether this is a simple moment to someone like a George Clooney saying, all right, you have to stop now, Mr. President. The closest I can think in terms of political terms was maybe Howard Baker back in 1973, using out loud what the president knows that he felt about Watergate. That ultimately got all the way up to Barry Goldwater, maybe patriarchal figure in the party, to go to Richard Nixon himself. You got to end this thing. I don't know, but the Clooney thing was that.
Excellent. We smoked them.
I don't know whether it could be any of these 8 Democrats that could reservations, probably many more. Let's keep saying so. But what is the catalyst you think that will change this?
Well, I think, George Clooney is icing on the cake because that's a Hollywood set. That's kind of, it's quite a different. And well, I mean, the analytics words, you got the fashion, Hollywood, you got the donor behind the Hollywood, that's your money. Barry Diller, all these people, that is your money behind, a lot of these are Democrats. And when you've got people that are actually coming out, not to mention
us down, but not out.
It's getting so loud that you're going to have to deal with it. And if you don't, it is an assured victory
That's
for
one
Donald
hell of a
Trump.
second win.
And they
Looks like
know
this thing
this,
has
so
our
they
number.
are faced with a huge dilemma. And it's
Too spent to go another.
Now, without let's the whole of NBC News is going to be interviewing Donald Trump on Monday. He's
Cool.
We've seen these exchanges. We don't know how that will differ than the exchange that was going on. But where is this going? I mean, obviously he's trying to be on offense on this. Recently, no matter how much he tries, he's something.
Seems like you're all okay at least.
well, I mean, as far as
That's
Donald
what
Trump
counts.
in the
So,
interview,
gargoyle, is it?
I
I didn't expect to
feel
find the
like,
Dark Ages
he's
alive and well down here.
It doesn't seem like it'll go down easily. With everything we have, but as you can see, it's rallying at an alarming rate. With this many of us, we could just find an opening.
Fine. I guess I'll help
I
out.
really don't know why he's doing that. And whoever is advising
It's all come down to me
I'm
then.
wondering if this is the same person or group of people that advised him.
August,
First of all, do the debate. Second of all, do the George Stephanopoulos interview and the other on-air things that he is doing. Whoever is advising him basically is doubling down on stupid. I mean, that is
All right, no, thank you for that. I just want to relay other, sort of skipping in the pond, if you will, the deliberations around the key judgments, of course, the Democratic leader in the House. It's relating some of these Democratic concerns about the president to the president. This on the heels of Nancy Pelosi saying the time is running short, and it is up to Biden to decide if he will run. Joe Biden himself said he will run. Apparently that answer increasingly among the powers that be of the Democratic Party not good enough. We'll have more.
We did it!
I own a lot of businesses, so my tech and my network need to keep up. Thank you, Verizon Business. Now our businesses get fast and reliable internet from the same network that powers our
I think that's the
phones.
end
So
of
whatever's
it.
next.
At the very least, that creature doesn't seem like it'll be coming back for a rematch anytime
This
soon.
tiny home trend, not for me. Now this is more like it. Same goes for my footprint. My hands with Wi-Fi schedule systems. Just step in and go without bending down or touching my shoes. Wi-Fi hands-free schedule systems.
I did feel something wash over me for just a second there.
I'm not an actor, I'm just a regular person. Some people say, why should I take Crimson? I don't have a problem with my memory. Memory loss is not something that occurs overnight. I started noticing subtle lapses in memory. I want people to know that Crimson has worked for me. It's helped my memory, it's helped my cognitive qualities. Give it a try. I want it to help you just like it has helped me. Prevagen, at source everywhere without a prescription.
Yeah, the word's not
There's a
there.
shimmering veil of blue light
Now
surrounding
you're
each
worried
of
about the cost of a fortune in repair bills.
Was there?
Unless you already called
I
cars.
did notice something as
The
we fought.
legit #1
Perhaps it was just the
protection
blur of
company in
combat,
the country.
but I felt like I could see everyone's movements in precise detail.
I don't think it was just your imagination.
Done in three steps. One. First, the tow truck takes your car to the shop. The cost of towing, covered. You gotta plan for the car shield.
I have a feeling what we just experienced was...
The biggest selling point of the almighty Arcus?
Plans for car
Give this
shield,
man a
rental
prize.
car options too. Then comes the best part. 3. When you pick up your vehicle, you don't have a big repair bill to worry about.
Looks
Car
like
shield
friendship and
administrators
teamwork
get the
saved the
bill
day
paid
once
directly
again.
to the
I'm so
shop.
proud of you
You got
guys.
on the road with no worries. Call now to get an affordable plan through Car Shield for your vehicle before it's too late. When you call Car Shield, when you got a small problem like a power window motor,
Anyway, that about finishes up today's special
or a big
OMG
problem like an engine or transmission that could cost you thousands of dollars, you're taken care of. Car Shield is the #1 auto protection
Places.
company.
I thought you'd all be happy.
Their administrators have paid out more than $1 billion.
What are we supposed to be happy about?
Billion.
I have so many questions. I'm not even sure where to start.
Your rate
I'll
never
take a
goes
stab
up.
at it.
Your
What
coverage
exactly
never
is the
goes down,
purpose
no
behind this
matter how
Class
many
7?
claims. Look, it's inevitable. As your car truck ages, the
We
parts
get that it's
components
supposed to be
are
some sort of
bonded.
melting pot that includes a broad cross-section of people.
Ballpark.
But
When you
why
get to
were the
the car
minor
breaks
vets
down,
chosen in
it's too
particular?
late. Call Car Shield for coverage and up to 5,000
That
parts.
is a
You
valid
get the Car
question.
Shield
There's
guarantee
no
where your
single
rate never
monolithic
goes up
reason
and
why
your
you all
coverage
made the
never goes
list.
down.
But
No
if
matter
I
how
had to
many
name a
claims you
major
have.
contributing
Call
factor,
800-991-1467.
it'd be those Arcus ordnance you've got there.
800-991-1467.
How so?
Top Biden aides over this mental fitness thing and who knew what and when. For more for this.
Well, like I explained earlier, the Arcus units are developed jointly by the Epstein Foundation and the Remastered Company.
First base.
Like any battle ordnance, they let you use art, and
When our
these have
hearing
communication functionality built right in.
It made us feel isolated.
But their crowning feature is what's known
Clear
as
captains
combat
was an
thinking.
easy solution
That's
for
the
us.
phenomenon you all experienced just now. So that's what that was.
So you can see what the caller is saying
It
live.
did feel like we were all connected
Making it
somehow.
easy to understand and respond to
Doesn't take a genius to
There is
imagine
no
how much
insurance
of
or
an advantage a
Medicare
feature
required.
like that would be
Clear
on a real
caption
battlefield.
services provided at no cost to
An
you.
elite
Federally
unit that
funded
can
program.
sense each other's movements,
We
acting in
deliver,
perfect
install,
sync,
and
even
train
in
you
the
on how
most
to use your
chaotic
phone,
conditions.
all at no cost to you.
You can hardly put a price on that. It would bring about a
Call now
revolution
to
in
see
the
if
way
you
wars are
qualify
fought.
to get a clear caption's phone at no cost to you.
Does
Call
sound good.
1-800-690-1802.
Well, yeah, the technology has its limits.
690-1802.
Some have a natural aptitude for it, others just...
It's up to the president to decide if he is going to run. We're all encouraging him to make that decision
And
because
out
time
of
is
this
running
year's
short.
fresh batch of bright-eyed students, the 9 of you turned out to have the highest aptitude. And since aptitude trumps background in Class 7, well, here you are.
I see. But what gives us this aptitude, though, as compared to our peers? It just seems so random.
What indeed? As promised, if any of you have objections to being in this class, or forever hold your peace.
Actually, she did make a couple of statements about that in the hallway. And someone's looking at Jeffries relaying apparently these concerns
I think
that
that pretty
Democrats
much
are
covers
raised
the hows and whys of the situation. But this program isn't cheap to run, so we're not about to force anyone into it if they don't want to be here. You should also be aware that Class 7's curriculum will be tougher than any other class's coursework. So now you know, and that leaves you all with an important decision to make. Will you stick with Class 7 or not?
He says, quote, "We have the right and the responsibility on behalf of the American people and on behalf of the people we represent to have these conversations about the path forward
If you opt
that is in the
out,
best
you'll
interest of the
just
American
replace the
people."
class you would have been assigned to
So
otherwise.
when this
There's
whole
no
hullabaloo started after the debate, Congress was out of session. What they wanted to do, what they needed to do was get Democrats back to town to kind of take the political temperature. And as you see, people like myself and
Nobles will land in
Rachel
Class
Scott,
1 or 2,
ABC,
commoners in
spent
3, 4, or
the past
5.
2 or 3 days here
It's
chasing
still
members
just the
of
first
Congress
day, so
up
there's
and
no
down
real
the hallways.
catching up
They
you
want
have
to
to
get the
do.
numbers
I'm sure you'll
out
fit in just
of
fine.
town. So then they can have some breathing room to make their decisions about where they stand with the president. They can do local radio, local TV, and then say, yes, I'm
Whatever
for
Class
him,
7 has
or
to
I'm
throw at me,
against him.
I'm
They
game.
can listen to that press conference that Nate starts tomorrow, and all of NBC.
Oh, wait, what?
Just like that?
This will be one of the most
You're the
important
first,
votes
then.
that members of this
You seem
chamber
pretty sure
will
about
ever
it.
take in their
Any
entire
particular
career.
reason?
Should
really.
Americans
I just feel
and
like I've put my
Americans
family out
alone
asking them to
determine the
settle this
outcome
score.
of American elections? Or should we
So,
allow
it
foreigners
gives me
and
more to show
illegal
for my time
aliens
here.
to decide
I'll take
who sits
whatever
in the White
opportunities
House?
come my way.
And you're in the People's House and in the Senate.
A noble
Now
sentiment.
what's going on here is the House of Representatives, they're going to vote in just about a half hour here on the Election Security Act. It bars people in the country illegally from voting. It's a priority of former President Trump and House Speaker Mike Johnson. He met with Mr. Trump about the bill at Mar-a-Lago in April, and the bill bars non-citizens from voting in elections. It also requires
Count me in as
ID
well.
for people to vote. The Democrats say it is already illegal for non-citizens to cast ballots.
The greater the
This
challenge,
is
the more I can
GOP
push myself
race
to
mongering,
accept.
as they
One
try
can't
to
own a
see
blade without grip,
security as a
you know.
key issue this fall.
Let's make it 3. Considering how far I came to attend this school,
This bill is
silly
about
to back down
silencing.
before I even started.
This bill is about
Well, looks like we got the
disenfranchising
country's strongest
America.
freshmen on board,
This bill
and
is
our
about
foreign
further
safety
damaging
too.
the foundations of our
Any more
democracy.
takers?
This bill is an overt effort to make Americans believe that American elections
Allow
are
me to
rife
take part
with
as well.
fraud.
I was only able to
Now,
come
Democrats
because of the
argue the
school's
bill is
generosity.
undue burdens as people try to find the proper paperwork
Any way
to
I
vote.
can.
Democrats say a driver's license would not be
Sign me
sufficient
up, too.
under this bill, nor real
I feel like
ID.
fate brought us here for a reason, you know?
This bill is
It all
essentially
seemed pretty easy to get along
I am
with.
not aware of a single proof citizenship
And that's a yes from our two
document
Ordo
that does not
staff
cost an
testers.
individual money to
Though
get.
I feel compelled to
Unless
remind
we're
you.
requiring every state to provide one for free, and then it's an unfunded mandate. This is the 2024
Your weapons are still in the
version of
prototype
Jim Crow
stage,
poll tax.
so on top of your other work, I'll be expecting reports from
Now,
you.
the vote tonight, probably in the next 35 to 45 minutes, is also about the election. Republicans want to dare Democrats to vote no. The GOP then wants to recognize this vote against vulnerable Democrats. They will argue the Democrats oppose restricting voting to America.
Oh, there's a surprise. I was almost
You
certain
forgot
your
to
rebuttal
go
this
back
week
to
would
the
see you
council
opt
and
out just
sign
on general principle.
request subpoenaing documents from
It does bother me that you've got us using these Arcus units
This is
that
an
are still
Axios
pretty clearly in
report. It's getting
development.
spread around right now so we can confirm
But
that that's what they
if I
are
let
pursuing.
everyone that
Spirits
my
and
back
will
hold me back, I'd never amount to much.
Well, now, this is something
Words
that
to live
the,
by right there.
that they talked
And that
about
brings
the
us to an
president.
even
This is
six.
Sure, that we had this
Now,
letter that came out over
what
the
about
weekend,
you, Fee?
where James Comer, the chairman of the Oversight Committee, he
Don't really
wanted
care
to
either way.
stop for the
You can
comment.
choose.
And this
Not
is
this
why
time.
we got another
This is
vote
one
here
call
on
you're gonna have to make for
that
yourself.
is very
That
important.
was the deal, remember?
Regarding
You need to take control of your
and
own life.
upholding Laguna, the Republican to force a vote
Fine,
here
I'm in.
to try to start fining Merrick Garland, the Attorney General, if he does not
Well, at least you
follow
committed.
proper purchase.
We've got
The
a
argument
magnificent
that the,
7 now.
Special counsel did with President Biden in the classified
Which
documents.
leaves just the two of you.
That probably right after this vote on the election security bill, because
I can see you got issues with each other, but that doesn't mean you can't at least try to work together. Why, if you just get past your differences and embrace the joys of youth, I'm sure you'll become the best of friends.
Like hell we will. The exploitation of the common people by the aristocracy is a blight on every facet of Aragonian life. Unless something is done about it, this country has no future.
I appreciate your candor, but I don't think you're going to achieve much by lecturing me.
Sort of, it's back to the home. It gets
Well, at
deep.
least that makes this simple.
Decision could be complicated.
I, Eustace Alvarea, claim my place as a member of Class 7.
What? You're the son of a thief. Just the thought of being in the same class as commoners should make you sick.
I'll thank you not to tell me how I'm supposed to feel. As far as the House of Alvarea is concerned, there's little difference between other nobles and commoners. Besides, this should at least ensure I won't have fools flitting about every day trying to win my favor.
I thought you were right.
That said, I have little interest in getting drawn into your petty arguments on a daily basis either.
Here's why you
I
should
think it would be
switch
prudent
from
for us
Google
to go our separate
DuckDuckGo
ways.
on all your
I'm certain we can at
devices.
least agree on
DuckDuckGo comes
this,
with
you
a
know?
built-in search engine
I
like
don't need some
Google, but
pompous
it's private
ass who
and
posted
doesn't
like his
spy.
father's coattails
And
telling me what to
DuckDuckGo
do.
lets you browse like Chrome, but it allows for
I'm in. Come hell or high water. You might have had your successes spoon-fed to you up to now. No outmoded class system is going to hand you trophies anymore.
We'll see about that.
By downloading DuckDuckGo on all your devices today.
It's Cloud's biggest deal of the summer. Save up to 25% on moving and storage for a limited time.
Going to be
And
like
see
this
why
pretty much all year,
trusted
aren't
with
they?
over 6
It
million.
seems that way.
But don't wait. Use promo code FIT25 to save. Visit pots.com today.
I'm Richard Carr.
Oh.
I love my hose. My hose is lightweight.
The
My
belt
hose
shouldn't
will
be
not
too
take.
hard on the pedals.
And my hose is anti-leak. It ain't no cold hoses.
Well,
This
how about
is
that?
my hose.
9 out of
Good
10.
writing in these games.
Now infused with real copper, so your water is always clean
I'd like to
and free.
congratulate
Just
all
turn on
of
the
you.
water.
Not that anybody's here.
Hose grow and grow. Full-size 3/4-inch hose.
I can keep those high spirits all year. Because with the workload we've got planned for
When it
you,
goes,
you're
shrinking
needed.
and squeezing that water out until it's practically bone dry. And that makes it easy to carry and move. Our new Peter Tube uses 3 layers of high-strength latex on the inside. then it's trapped.
Oh, well, I wasn't expecting
Similar
Class
to the
7 to
technology
turn out
used
quite
in
as
forest-fired hoses
diverse
because
as
it's
this.
light and tough.
Certainly
3 times
promises
stronger
to
than
be
the
an
other.
interesting
It's
year.
guaranteed in 10 years.
You took the
Nearly
words right out of my
impossible
mouth.
to tear or snag. And the redesigned
But
connector
perhaps
protector
this too
helps
is the
stop
divine
leaks at the
providence of the
stick.
goddess.
But my favorite part of our new hose
How
build,
do you mean?
the oversized, easy to grip fittings. Easy on and off, even with
Seeing them
gloves.
there, I feel they have the potential to be the light we
Why?
seek.
It's the best
A light that can break through the storm clouds that continue to build over our nation day by
today
day.
for only $29.99. But wait, call now and get our copper spray nozzle with our exclusive thumb drive free. Simply use your thumb to turn off and on. And with 10 unique patterns, you'll have a setting for every job. It's a $30 value. Yours free with every 50-foot copper bullet. But it's not available in store. This is an exclusive release of our newest pocket hose. There is a straight flip free for orders. So don't wait. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-709-4650 or visit copperbullet.hose.com. So call 1-800-709-4650 or visit copperbullet.hose.com. Order it now.
To test the toughness of the Kia Sorento X-Pro and the Kia Sorento Turbo Hybrid, we recreated some of the wettest springs, summers, windiest falls, and coldest winters, all on one track. To prove these 3-row SUVs were built for the unstoppable. Kia, movement that inspires. So rich, so rich. It's indulgent moisture body wash for soft, smooth skin. Bye-bye dry, hello glow in just 14 days. Indulge with a light body wash.
Okay, and then there is this. Closing argument still underway. The corruption trial against New Jersey Democratic Senator Baten. Eric Shawn has more.
Well, they were in federal court where the attorney for Robert Menendez has finished his defense, presenting the defense of the senator to the jury. I already told the jury here today exactly what the senator told us, but you're right here in court this morning. Menendez is charged with accepting $100,000 in payments and expensive gifts. With the U.S. foreign policy on behalf of Angel, Carter, and 3 New Jersey businessmen. Prosecutors told the jury in court that $480,000 in cash found in Menendez's house, and those 13 little dollars worth $100,000 stashed in a bedroom closet. Well, they say they were all payoffs, and they accused Menendez of selling his tenancy for profit. A Menendez attorney, defense attorney Adam P. told the jury another story. He said what the government says are bribes were really gifts from the businessmen who are grateful that Menendez tried to help them as their senator. He told the jury, quote, there is no evidence that Senator Menendez took a bribe. It's actually lawful, normal, and good for his constituents. You don't know, some of them taking to calling the senator Gold Bar Bob. His lawyer tried to shift the blame for those gold bars to his wife, indeed, for all that gold. She is also charged, but we tried later. He said the gold bars were locked away in her closet, saying, quote, there is no evidence that Bob touched that gold, owned that gold, picked up that gold. This case, he said, died today because they failed to prove that Bob's actions were anything other than what we want of elected officials. Prosecutors going to say that Menendez was in charge of the alleged scheme. They knew all about the alleged bribes and the payoffs that he benefited from that.
All right.
The actions that he did, even though the defense disputes that. At one point, they had one witness even testify that at one point when the senator wanted to get his wife Nadine, he rang the bell to summon him. Back to you, industry. Rang the bell.
Oh,
Yeah,
Wayne.
that's right. They were trying to show that he was in charge of everything and had a little bell.
Morning,
rang
Eric.
it, and this is
Good morning.
supposed
Are
to
you
be.
heading to school now, too? How about we walk there together? Sure.
Of course. In the meantime, here,
It's getting late, though, so we might need to pick up the pace a little. No problem. I'm guessing everyone else left already, huh?
It's the Prime Minister of Denmark. What's at stake, she says, for
I
the world.
think so. I'm not sensing anyone else on this floor, at least. Gaius in particular is probably long gone by now,
There have
being
been
the early
ways to
riser
do
he
this.
is.
I don't believe Freightliner can do them this way. This way is people who started
He's not sensing
and
it
inspire each other to do things the way they should be done. This way is technology. It moves the extra mile. Deliver your promises on time, every time. This way is why really nothing on your shoulders will carry your quality. This way is the right way, which is why it's the only way to go.
Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning.
Morning.
Are you two on your way to school?
Yeah. Come on, Emma. We're going to be late. Hey, wait for me, Lisa. We'll see you in class.
I just pressed the button, and there's my answer. Energy systems are so small and you're free to leave the house
I
without
would have guessed she'd hold a grudge this long. She
With
knows it was just an accident, right? She has
the
to.
Inquisition, I can handle my own oxygen. I can carry my own oxygen. I go anywhere with this. Look how small it is.
And right now, you can try an Energy portable oxygen system for 30 days risk-free. Call us right now. If you qualify, we'll send you an Energy system to use for 30
I believe
days
she
risk-free.
seems
Your insurance may even cover your new Energy
no
system.
kidding.
If
Just
you're on
haven't given me a
oxygen,
chance to apologize to her.
Well,
Well, as long as you keep trying, I'm sure she'll understand. Eventually. Class 7's got enough tension as it is, with our two, prideful warriors at each other's throats. So I think it would be a load off everyone's mind if you and Elisa could make up at least.
I'll certainly do what I can.
Still
Have
enjoy
at me, babe.
take balance of nature. My head is fruits and vegetables, balance of nature, found that product. Using makes a difference.
Get 50% off your first set when you order as a preferred customer and use discount code Fox News.
These past 2 weeks have really flown by, haven't they? It's funny. I went into this thinking combat practice would be the toughest part of the curriculum. Never would have guessed the academic side of things might give it a run for its money.
Well, strong in body and mind is pretty firmly embedded into Imperial culture. I do get what you mean, though. I figured I'd be able to coast through the year, but I had to very quickly reevaluate that.
You too, huh? I wish I were as smart as Marcus or Emma. They don't seem to be having any problems at all. But then Emma got the top score on the entrance exam, and I'll bet you anything Marcus wasn't far behind.
I'm sure. Eustace and Elisa are apparently doing really well, too. As are Laura and Gaius.
Really? Guess I'm just gonna have to suck it up then. Though I really do hope they don't mind.
Huh? I'm not sure I follow.
Oh, sorry. You got me thinking about Eustace and Laura. I've been talking to them the same way I talk to everybody else, but they're both nobles, right? And Eustace's family rules over the whole eastern side of the Empire, so it kind of feels like I should address them more formally.
Well, they both said it was okay, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Though you probably shouldn't go picking fights with Eustace every chance you get. Like a certain someone else.
Oh, I don't plan on it. I'd hope they get along a bit better over time, but if anything, they seem to be spiraling downhill fast. When the two of them are in the same room, there's just this constant tension in the air.
It's not all Machias either. Eustace seems to enjoy provoking him at every opportunity. I can't even imagine what it would take to make them see eye to eye at this point.
Yeah, I wish there was something we could do to help them get along.
After almost an all day event at Casino, it's something I'm happy to be joined right now by another key member at that summit today, Prime Minister of the country of Denmark, Prime Minister, very good.
And that's where we'd be if we weren't in Class 7.
Thank you so much.
Dormitory number 2, for all the common folk like us.
Yeah, I guess so, huh? Still kind of shocked that Class 7 gets to have its own dormitory. Though, to be fair, I think that building was abandoned until this year. Seems like they renovated it just for us.
Well, they did a good job. It's got a nice feel to it. I just wish it were a little closer to the academy. Hey, you're in our way. Step aside.
A good relationship and good cooperation with the President of the United States. And what we see these days in Asia is a great leadership of our part of the world. It's up to you, Americans, who we want.
Is something the matter? You're just a ragtag bunch of nobles. Oh, come on. We're leaving.
Yes, Patrick. A word of advice. You might be part of a special class, but that doesn't change who you are. Never forget your place.
So they're from one of the upper classes. This is why I hate talking to them. Unfortunately, that attitude is all too common among the nobles. Thank goodness Laura and Lucius aren't like that. Yeah, that would be pretty bad.
In Europe, in these difficult years, I consider the war in Ukraine
That's the infamous dormitory number 1, where all the nobility lives.
and their dreams of building a bigger Russia.
It's supposed to be super fancy inside, with maids and butlers and everything.
It's really important that we stick together and transatlantic as we
Wow,
have done for
really?
the last 5 years. And then I will say, you know, we all have internal discussions. Now we have 32 countries around the table.
Guess that's our cue to pick up the pace. Yeah, sorry.
Criticism at home.
Oh, hey, have you picked out a club to join yet? Doesn't sound like you have to or anything, but it's probably a good way to meet people.
No, I'm still looking. It's hard to decide on that.
Consensus when we sit around that table as leaders, and that is how are we going to ensure security, freedom, and prosperity for all the citizens transatlantic and actually also worldwide.
You worry, though, that your colleagues are sort of losing the heart for this battle, Prime Minister. Support for Ukraine, while it's still very strong, isn't what it was. You had said recently Europe has been too naive about Russia.
As I'm sure you're all well aware, the Erebonian Empire was driven to the brink of collapse roughly 250 years ago.
Yeah, I have to say, I think we have been too naive. I think it was a big mistake.
By the conflict we know as the War of the Lions. A civil war lasting several years, staged over the throne of the late emperor by the most powerful of his potential successors. But of course, I'm not here to tell you that. If I were, I think even young children would be able to pass this course. Rather, I'd like to discuss the effects this had on the empire as members of the aristocracy were drawn into the war. Many hired mercenaries turned to looting and pillaging, and a similar trend could even be seen among some of the knights. The land was left utterly devastated, and morale was at an all-time low. But then, lo and behold, into this nightmare stepped a man willing to take a stand against this bloody war of succession. He was a wandering prince who began to rally forces from the outskirts of the empire, and would go on to make quite a name for himself.
So yes, I think
and that name, of course, was Drycles Ricey Arno. He would later become known as Drycles the Lion, the 73rd Emperor of Erebonia, and father of the Renaissance. Not to mention the founder of this very academy. Drycles' army was initially rather small in number, but as he traveled across the empire, winning over the hearts of influential sympathizers, his forces rapidly increased. Now, the place where Emperor Drycles first began gathering his army was Reinforcements. Would you care to tell the class?
Now that could change, Prime Minister, but he has said a number of times that he could wrap this Ukraine war up quickly. Some have taken that to mean he would work on a plan that would give Vladimir Putin some land that he already wanted in Ukraine. We don't know the details, but that he could wrap it up quickly. What do you think of that?
I don't know if that is possible. I hope for peace. There's nothing I want more than peace, not only in Europe but worldwide. I think what is on stake is that Russia do not want peace, and if it seems to me very difficult to have a peace agreement if one of the countries do not want peace in our time. But all good ideas should be put on the table. And I think the only language that Russia understands and respects is strength and power. And we have to be willing to fight for the things that we believe in. And therefore, the most important thing asking me is to provide Ukraine
Nice work, everyone. You made it through another grueling day of classes. In case you've been living under a rock, please don't forget that tomorrow is your first free day. It's not technically a day off, but there are no classes, so it's up to you what to do with your time. Why, you could go shopping in the capital if you wanted to. Or just do what I do and sleep all day.
Will the Academy's facilities still be open for our use?
Yes, I'd like to be able to use the free study area in the library myself.
Of course, this school shuts down for no one. So feel free to patronize any and all facilities as you like. A lot of clubs have meets scheduled for these free days as well, so anyone who's joined one should probably check on that.
I see.
I'll be certain to do so.
Also, before you leave, we should go over what's happening next week. On Wednesday, you all have your practical exam.
Practical
What does that entail exactly? It's for your combat training. You'll be graded on your performance, so make sure you're well rested and ready for battle by then. Might be a good idea to do some training on your own time too, just to keep from getting rusty.
Interesting.
I definitely don't like the sound of that.
Oh, and one more thing. After the practical exam is over, I've got another important announcement.
Finally, you survived a very scary assault.
About a major part of Class 7's curriculum that I haven't mentioned at all yet.
Here it comes.
How are you feeling?
So, whatever you choose to do on your free day, make it count for something. That concludes today's homeroom. Marcus, if you'll do the honors.
I think my message
Yes, instructor.
is that we
All
really
rise.
take care of our
Bow.
democracy. There's so much division in these years, and there's so many conflicts externally and internally. And I think we have to take care of our democracy. We have to take care of those who are willing to take on responsibility, politicians and other people. I will fight against any kind of division between our countries and inside societies, because in an uncertain world, we have to stick together and take care of each other.
And respect to that, even some principles of your let your belt, countries go about with the rest of the summer practice.
Thank you so much.
It's just down in an instant. Things can transform. Slipping out of balance in a free fall. But there are so many certainties. As we navigate the future, I'm glad I found stability in this cold, standing the test of time.
I'm Marcus. Our team at Overstock.com is working hard to deliver the goods on top brands, home goods, clothing, outdoor collectibles, jewelry, and so much more. When we find great deals, they go from the warehouse to your house. We even made this app with AI to save you money.
It's time. Yes, the time has come for a fresh approach to dog food. Every day, more dog people are deciding it's time to quit the kibble and feed their dogs fresh food from the farmer's dog. Made by vets and delivered right to your door, precisely portioned for your dog's needs. It's an idea whose time has come.
Well, I'm former Arkansas governor Mike Huckabee. A lot of times you can't control the amount of sleep that you're getting. You can't fall asleep or you're tossing and turning.
Okay, let me save this.
The sleep you need to stay home.